All right, is this a new drug? Now, take a minute to watch this video, and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so this video, I think was probably generated using AI. It's kind of scary to think what you can generate on AI. Now, we'll not know what's true. I'm sure it'll have celebrities and people saying things they don't actually say, which is kind of a scary time that we live in. It's kind of very dystopian, and you think about that. But the reality of this video is that, are we getting closer to this kind of WALL-E, this cartoon world where humans are basically just reduced to no physicality around, really? I mean, you think about it, even though that was probably AI generated, that technology is already here. We certainly have the power scooters. We certainly have the VR headsets that are becoming more and more popular. And we certainly have no deficiency in obese people. I mean, they're everywhere. I mean, so that is probably a very realistic situation. You think about it, why do I think this is like a drug? Well, you think about why many people resort to drugs, because the reality that they live in is not pleasant. And so they often will try to mask that reality or alter that reality through the utilization of various drugs, whether it's alcohol or heroin or cocaine or, you name it, whatever it is. And so, when you think about it, these people that are massively obese, in most cases, I would probably submit, are probably the reality is probably not as good as they would like it. They're suffering physically, perhaps most of them probably are. They have difficulty just walking up and down stairs, maybe a challenge for them. So the physical realities of actual life are not particularly good. And then how do we escape that? Well, we slap on a headset and now we're a superhero. We've got all these superpowers and we can, interact any way we want. We've got all these abilities that have been allowed to us, and it's just what our mind is perceiving. And I will, as our society gets sicker and sicker and sicker, you will see more people that will, use that as their mechanism to cope rather than addressing the problem and improving their own real reality. They will opt for a virtual world where they don't have to worry about these things. And, this is something that I think, we are seeing more and more people out and about in public wearing these crazy things. I have no desire to put one of those things on my head. I don't want to, maybe it's so addictive. I suspect for many people it will have drug-like properties, and that they will use it as a form of escapism, which they will it will probably end up destroying countless lives. That's my sincere belief with this. And so we are, trying to, in the name of progress, in the name of convenience, in the name of comfort, take out the struggle out of human life. I'm sitting in a kitchen. We've got, all kinds of gadgets and convenience items that make my life clearly in some way better. I'm not outside foraging through bushes and getting cut up and eaten by insects, and I get to sleep in a covered, climate-controlled environment. We can argue that's a good thing, but at some point, where do you draw the line? Now, do you draw the line where you have robots do everything for you? You just kind of lay around and get visually stimulated through virtual reality. Maybe you add some kind of sensory inputs into that. So now we have this sensory perception of what we might want. Maybe we have this, drug-like stimulation in ways that maybe have these sort of neurochemical transmissions that make us feel good, and yet we have become slaves to that, right? So anyway, it's scary to think. Two things are scary. One is the AI can produce such high quality video that could fool many people, and two, that is probably not far from reality where we are right now. And where are we going as a society? And how do we alter that course? Can you do that? I mean, can you? Are the forces and the resource and the capital so great that you can't overcome that, or do you have the ability to resist that? Do you have the ability to impart that resistance onto those around you, your loved ones, your family? And I think that's so incredibly important that we do. I know one thing that, again, and I'll keep harping on this, that nutrition will impact our cognitive ability to perceive and understand these things, understand what's being done. And the less we have access to nutrition, we're instead eating these products, not even real food, but just products, the more likely our brain is to be, I guess, placated to the sense that we will fall for this stuff. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. What are your concerns around AI, visual, faking, and where we might be going with technology? All right, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.